In this video, we explore the significant changes taking place in U.S. conservation policy under President Donald Trump. As his administration moves to rescind Biden's conservation orders, we'll dive into the implications of appointing Doug Burgum as Interior Secretary and the sweeping revocation of environmental regulations. From the promotion of fossil fuel development to the anticipated legal challenges and the suspension of renewable energy projects, we'll examine how these decisions are set to redefine public lands in favor of big business and fossil fuels. Join us as we analyze these critical developments and their impact on the future of environmental policy in America. 1. Rescinding Biden's conservation orders. On his very first day in office, Trump wasted no time in making significant changes to the nation's environmental landscape. His executive orders swiftly revoked numerous conservation directives that were put in place during the Biden administration. This move was not just symbolic, it signaled a clear intention to prioritize fossil fuel extraction on public lands. The message was loud and clear: economic growth and energy independence were to take precedence over conservation efforts. This decision has drawn a line in the sand between those who advocate for protecting the environment and those who argue for utilizing natural resources for economic benefit. 2. Appointment of Doug Burgum as Interior Secretary. In a move that further cemented his administration's priorities, Trump appointed former North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum as the Interior Secretary. Known for his pro-business stance, Burgum's appointment was seen as a strategic choice to align with Trump's agenda of promoting energy and mineral production on public lands. As someone who hails from an energy-rich state, Burgum is expected to champion policies that favor energy extraction, potentially opening the floodgates for increased drilling and mining activities. His appointment has been met with both anticipation from industry stakeholders and concern from environmental groups, who fear the long-term impacts on natural habitats. 3. Revocation of environmental regulations. In a bold move, Trump rescinded a 1977 executive order that had long granted the Council on Environmental Quality the authority to issue binding regulations for federal agencies' compliance with the National Environmental Policy Act. This decision could significantly alter how environmental reviews are conducted, potentially streamlining processes for businesses at the cost of detailed environmental assessments. Critics argue that this shift could lead to less thorough evaluations of potential environmental impacts, making it easier for projects to gain approval without fully considering ecological consequences. 4. Promotion of fossil fuel development. The Trump administration's intentions to expand oil and gas production on federal lands have been made abundantly clear. This push for fossil fuel development is seen as a move to boost energy independence and economic growth, albeit at the potential expense of environmental protections. By prioritizing energy extraction over conservation, the administration aims to capitalize on America's natural resources. However, this approach has raised concerns about the potential weakening of environmental safeguards and the long-term sustainability of such practices. 5. Legal challenges anticipated. As the Trump administration aggressively opens public lands for commercial use, significant legal challenges are anticipated from environmental groups and other stakeholders. These challenges are expected to focus on the potential impacts on ecosystems and biodiversity, as well as the procedural aspects of the administration's policy changes. Legal battles could shape the future of how public lands are managed, with courts potentially playing a pivotal role in determining the balance between economic development and environmental preservation. 6. Suspension of renewable energy projects. In a surprising twist, Trump's executive orders have halted federal leases for offshore wind power and paused permitting for all renewable energy projects. These actions are pending further reviews, creating uncertainty in the renewable energy sector. The suspension of these projects has sparked debate about the administration's commitment to diversifying the energy portfolio and transitioning to cleaner energy sources. Critics argue that delaying renewable projects could hinder progress towards a more sustainable energy future. 7. Withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. Trump's announcement of the United States' exit from the Paris Climate Accord marked a significant shift in international climate policy. This decision signaled a move away from global cooperation on climate change mitigation, aligning with the administration's focus on national interests and economic growth. The withdrawal has drawn criticism from global leaders and environmental advocates, who view it as a step backward in the fight against climate change. As the world grapples with environmental challenges, the U.S. departure from the accord has sparked discussions on the nation's role in addressing global warming. 8. Lifting offshore drilling bans. The Trump administration's decision to lift bans on offshore drilling has opened up federal waters to increased oil and gas exploration. This move is seen as an effort to tap into untapped resources and boost domestic energy production. While proponents argue that this could lead to job creation and economic growth, environmentalists raise concerns about the risks of oil spills and the impact on marine ecosystems. The lifting of these bans has reignited debates about the balance between energy development and environmental protection, highlighting the complexities of managing the nation's natural resources.